girl Crystal, IQ Queen here. That's your praise.
No, that's a lie from the pit of hell. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. It's your girl Tasha, IQ Queen, ready for another show.
Rebound that lasted too long.
Right? And now you just fucking miserable.
Here, no there.
Hey,
Like, who am I? You know, those are just my opinions. Just like assholes, everyone has it.
Exactly. I'm cool. Listen, depending on how much more out here charging, paying motherfuckers, I'll shame my mama for that.
I'ma take. You ready to start the show? Young lady.
Absolutely.
Welcome to another episode of IQ Queens. This is your girl Crystal here, and I am always accompanied by the lovely.
Hey, it's your girl Tasha here for another episode.
We are ready to get into. Tasha, how was your week, man?
Trying, but I made it through. By the grace of God, I made it.
Hey, now that's all you can do is make it through. He'll never put more on you than you can bear. Look at glory. So my week was not all interesting. My weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So my children's father, I have 3 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kamari, Zion, and Teddy. My children's father, he has 2 additional kids that he had prior to us being together,
mm-hmm.
Jade and Jordan. And me and their mom, we have finally got to a point where, the kids come to my house some weekends, the kids go to her house some weekends, which I love. I just think it's a positive thing. I think more chicks need to be like us. We amazing. But all the kids were over here over the weekend. When I tell you, my pantry is bare. Bare. Girl, I gotta go to the grocery store and get them kids eat more than a little bit, like all the time. It's somebody mouth always moving with food in it. Like, I thought y'all just eat. Like, what in the heck? And then Kamari had her other friend, Diamani, over here as well. So I had a house with 6 kids. 6 kids running around my house nonstop. Loud and yapping and dirtying up stuff, and I don't have paper plates and stuff. I have, just like glass plates and everything.
You're a whole real life adult.
Yeah.
You definitely have, you definitely wouldn't have a goddamn paper.
I making bad decisions out here with that shit. That was the wrong decision. I should have definitely invested in paper plates this weekend. But anyway, this week. Normally, we always talk about like politics and pop culture and cover different topics like relationships, but it's never like actual relationships. It's more so like relationships in the eyes of like politics and things of that nature. This week, we are going to get into the thick of it with real life relationship shit. The topics that we're going to be covering today: sugar daddies, monogamy in 2020, being submissive in a relationship, heartbreak and exes, sleeping with your exes to keep your body count down, users in relationships, so people with no jobs, and cheating, and is it worth it? So let's kind of hop into it with sugar daddies. This is something. First, sugar daddies ain't new. Them niggas been out here,
right?
You know what I mean? They have always been out here. They're not like the new kids on the block or nothing like that. The game has definitely changed since Viagra and all that shit came out. I will say that.
I feel like back in the day, you could, lead a nigga on and be fine. Flirt with that nigga a little bit.
Yeah, he might want to rob a knee or something like that. Pull a hand. Okay, no problem. We can do that. But now,
them niggas out here fucking.
They like sing. They fucking in here. Them sugar daddies want the sugar, honey. You ain't out here about to just pass over and breeze over easily. You out here, you having to give up the whole cat. And then they have so many websites out nowadays where you can find sugar daddies and all these other things. I always thought sugar daddies had to be like old men. Do you know, I guess girls in their 20s consider guys in their late 30s and 40s sugar daddies?
Really?
Yeah, because they're old men to them.
Jeez.
Like, imagine you're 20 and you got a 40-year-old. That's 20 years different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's like, oh, this old guy is trying to talk to me. Here I am, 34. I'm like, okay, 40 ain't that bad. Right? I'm like, a 40-year-old, I might could do a 40-year-old.
Exactly.
Like, we can actually build something, you know? But no, these bitches out here like, that's a whole sugar daddy. Like, ooh, she rude.
Right? So, I mean, what the fuck am I then?
You understand? Am I a cougar? Like, what's going on?
You a
I would
whole
never.
bitch out here.
Definitely. The bitch is looking at me like I'm a whole old bitch. Don't let the old bitch fool you. I'm telling you right now. But not only like with the sugar daddies and the websites and stuff like that, they also have websites that are very direct. Mm-hmm. When I tell you it hops out there and it's telling you, hey, this is what I require monthly. You need to take care of these bills and this, that, and the third, and then we can move forward. Like they have allowances.
Wow.
Like when you're setting up your profile, you're setting up what you expect monthly. My allowance will cover my households, my everything.
But isn't it like kind of like prostitution though?
You think
low
so?
Key?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I think so.
I think it's low key prostitution. It's
That's
just
why
a
I
nice
don't
way to
indulge in
say
it. But I mean, exactly. Just like back in the day, it used to be like escorts.
You're fucking prostitutes.
Absolutely.
It's a nice way to say it.
A nice way to say it.
You're not scrolling the goddamn street.
Just so you can put on some pretty dresses and go sit at the bar and then take somebody to your room.
Thank you. Like
it's not
okay, yeah,
different.
you're not rolling down screw. You know?
You're not standing on the corner. You understand? But you
like
still
just
out here.
because you at the embassy downtown, you know, you at the Francis Marion waiting on your trick. You're a trick nonetheless.
You're a trick nonetheless, auntie. Please though. And then they have not only sugar daddies but sugar mamas. How do you feel about that?
Trying to find one. So yeah, a nice, you know, old bitch round, you know.
Old bitch.
45, 50.
Tasha, you can't say 45, 50. I'm 34. 45 doesn't seem that old to me right now.
I'm 30. 45 seems pretty fucking old.
That's pretty fucking far from what I'm talking about.
You know, a bitch who established out here, you know, who just want me to be a companion.
Now you out here be the whole fucking service animal. Fucking emotional support.
Hey,
dog.
what's the difference between a sugar baby and an emotional support animal?
This is what I'm trying to figure out.
Only difference is niggas fucking.
Listen, there's really no difference at the end of the day. There's really no fucking difference whatsoever. Because guess what? The same companionship that you providing, and then they be dating these young bitches. I'm almost. Let me stop calling my girls bitches. These young girls, right? So you dating these young girls. They about as smart as your puppy.
These bitches are not bright at all.
Oh, no.
Can't hold a conversation to their motherfucking life.
No, they can't. You understand? Can't hold a conversation. Can't even write a sentence well. You understand? Bitches out here texting and putting you, the letter U for the word you and all kind of stuff and think it's okay. This
bitches out here can't even write a letter in cursive like that.
Oh no! Listen. Hey, them new kids do not know how to write in cursive.
No.
Sign or what? Hey, when them boys don't even know how to fill out a money order or a check. You understand what I'm telling you?
My nigga.
And it's saddening.
What if, like, you know what I'm saying, you got a sugar daddy and, you know, what if that nigga, like, old and decrepit and he just, you know, take care of you financially and shit.
He give you a check. Tell him to fill this out.
Yeah, fill this out for me and drop it off at the last company. That bitch standing there confused. She don't know what to do.
Like, what is this paper? Why this paper doesn't have...
We can just do electronic checks, fine.
No, I don't trust the computer. Old people
don't trust no fucking computer. And they want a fucking receipt.
Young bitches think you just email the receipt. Where's my receipt, girl? She ain't got it.
They emailed it to you. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't even have an email.
How the fuck she emailed? How the fuck they emailed it?
As far as sugar mamas, if a dude is willing to allow an older woman to take care of him, he's a bitch.
He's a whole trash ass.
He's a whole trash ass individual because you pretty much their child.
Yeah,
she out here sunning you. She taking care of you as a kid. That's all I see. And to be honest with you, the whole thing to me is kind of weird. Like the sugar baby, sugar. So the only sugar, like if you out here older than I am and you looking like a method man or one of them, you know them boys up in the age a little bit. I'm okay with that sugar daddy. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. Which I don't think I would want you to be a sugar daddy because I can provide for myself. So
right.
It wouldn't even be that type of relationship. But as far as older men come, like them boys out here winning right now.
I agree.
Like a Method Man, Will Smith. Gosh.
Will Smith at his 50s, he would definitely be considered. He's a sugar daddy age.
Absolutely. So get the business. But
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I knew this guy, and he used to like work for me. He was probably in his late 30s, but his gal was definitely in her 60s.
Really?
Yes, and like very, well to do.
Excuse me. They say that women don't reach their prime until they're in what? I think they're late 40s, 50s, or something like that. That's wow.
The bitch had a whole colossal. Listen,
no.
Neither here nor there. Anyway, he had loved the girl, and at first, a lot of people thought it was like a sugar mama, sugar baby situation. But that nigga went out and worked every single day. He worked every day and, made his money and different things like that. But, she definitely, in real life, took care of all the bills. Yeah. And his money was, I guess, there, like...
His money just to have.
Play money and stuff. Not like that nigga was out here trying to go buy studio time or some foolish shit like that.
She said studio time or some foolish shit like that. Just as long as he been bringing in some type of bacon. It made him feel good about the situation.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the positive thing. But, I mean, that relationship wasn't a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. Some dudes out here legitimately want to chase their careers and be a damn actor. And they want a whole older woman to take care of them. Like, I don't see, like, how, Sway? Like, you don't feel, like, ain't no way you can feel like a man allowing something like that to happen. I don't think, personally.
But I feel like in our situation, or like in our generation, is different from these kids nowadays who like have these like gender neutral roles and different things like that, to where like, I feel like a man don't really want to be a whole fucking man no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, they just want to be, they like stay at home dad type shits. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about that earlier. And how like that's some unacceptable shit.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that stay at home dad shit.
I have seen situations to where like guys can work from home. or whatever. So they take care of the household and, you know, get the kids to school, pick them up and stuff. Yeah. Because they are at home all day. Yeah. Or whatever. You know, they start dinner and I can deal with that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm very fucking job. Maybe
I don't know what it would be called. But even if say I had someone and they work from home, because guys sometimes have jobs where they can work from home. I don't think I would still, even if I had to go to work or something like that, I would still put the household responsibilities on the guy. Mm-hmm. And I say that because I'm very particular. I'm kind of OCD when it comes to cleaning and stuff like that. So I just don't feel like their standard of clean would be the same standard as mine.
No.
I don't think I would still put that on him. Now, as far as taking out the trash and like cutting the yard and doing like manly shit around the house, mm-hmm. you know what I mean? But I don't think I would. And listen, cooking dinner is not a female or a male thing. No, like anybody can do that. So that's not one of the things. I mean, as far as like doing laundry, dishes, you can. I don't know, because I wash my dishes, then put it in the dishwasher. Yeah, most people just rinse that shit off and put it in there. That'll be a problem to me, and I don't feel like explaining the situation to you. And then if I have to explain it to you, that means you're already set in your way of not doing how I do it. So that means you're gonna, when I'm not there supervising, you're gonna stick those dishes in there, and that's gonna be a problem for me. So,
but I feel like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like these bitches, like these young girls now. Let me stop. We gotta stop calling them bitches. These young girls nowadays or whatever, like there's man who cleaner than women nowadays. Absolutely. And it's like, what the, like, I'm not, because like I know like one thing that my mom says a lot that like kind of grinds my gears or whatever. She was like, oh, you're a girl, you should want to make sure the dishes are washed. No, I really don't want to wash nobody's fucking dishes. I'm gonna wash them, but I really don't fucking want to. You get what I'm saying? But just because I'm a female, that's not my main function in life. Yeah. So that shit bothers me. But just as a young lady, but like you out here like your nigga cleaner than you, like what the fuck? Like you not ashamed?
These girls are here being sugar babies and stuff like that.
They can't do a motherfucking thing.
No, they can't do anything else. And household be a whole mess. And you out here dress up because somebody done paid for all your stuff. Like, I need you, if you letting somebody front your life and front your finances and stuff like that, the least you can do is clean up. Shit, man. That's the least you can do is clean up.
Wash some goddamn laundry or something.
Learn how to lift the cushions on the couch. Clean under there. Like, girl, listen. There's been many times you see on like social media and stuff like that, bitches in here taking pictures, whole background dirty. But you going out, you fly as fuck. But you gotta be careful. I told Zion, listen. Bitches ain't got no sheets on their bed.
Leave that bitch alone.
Leave that bitch alone.
She gonna give you a disease.
She's definitely gonna give you a disease. Why I tell you, mattress cover, fitted sheet, flat sheet, comforter. In that order. If not, we got a problem.
And she better have goddamn pillowcase on her pillow.
Oh God, ain't nothing. And you need to have two, cause you got that pillow sham on there, and then no pillowcase under. No,
you supposed. Listen, this is not a goddamn home and garden podcast. We can definitely teach a bitch how to manage her goddamn house.
Some people need to listen in. This tag a couple people.
We dropping goddamn gems out.
Dropping goddamn gems. Tune in, bitch. I will tell you how to keep your household clean. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Shit.
And I know, like, me personally or whatever, I'm a chaotic person, right? Like, I don't know why, but, like, I tend to, like, things are kind of all over the place for me, right?
Yeah.
My bedroom is always a hot ass mess.
Really?
Yes, I always have, like, paperwork and shit I'm working on and all kind of shit just all over the place. But it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I can be like, oh, I got a letter from the health insurance company about something. I need to look at that letter. Yeah. I can walk into the chaos of my bedroom and I know exactly where the fuck that is.
Exactly where it's at.
Here it is. Makes sense, right? But to other people, my chaos looks like chaos, but to me, it makes sense.
Like you got a whole filing system.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But nobody should really be in my bedroom but the motherfucker I'm fucking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But my bathroom stay clean, my kitchen stay clean, the living room, dining room, all the rest of that shit is constantly clean.
Absolutely. And I am too OCD for any of it. Too much mess, and I start spazzing out. Like, I can't take it.
Factual information. I know firsthand.
I can't take it. I don't like stuff all over the place. Like, everything. I used to always say this, right? Like, once I had Zion, we were still in a smaller house. No, we were in our other house. We moved from the big house, and we were trying to consolidate so that we could save to buy a house. And when we did that, you know, everything, like we went to a smaller house, and everything, I just felt like nothing had its own place. So I was like, well, when we buy a house, it needs to be a big enough house so everything has its own place. Like, everything, if everything isn't in its own place, it makes me crazy. Like, I feel like if everything has its own place, then it should be no reason for anything to be a mess because it has a place to go. But when it doesn't have a home, then it becomes chaotic.
Right.
But anyway, I know that's so far.
It's
off the
I mean, I get it. You know, a couple little gems we just wanted to drop, you know, in case anybody was, you know, wondering. Mattress cover, fitted sheet, flat sheet, comforter.
In that order.
And pillowcase, then pillow sham.
Facts.
Okay.
Can't say nothing more than seeing a fucking pillow sham on that bare pillow. What? Cause how, Sway? I just, you know what?
And you cannot put your throw pillows, the decorative small pillows, in the washing machine. You have to take them. You got to either take it to the goddamn. Oh, here's something in case anybody was wondering. Your comforter does not go inside the washing machine. It's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Just pay the extra. Catch shit to dry clean.
Yeah.
It's gonna fuck it up. Then it's gonna be all clumpy and look weird. And within a year, it's gonna be a whole problem.
You got a whole matted mess. You're like, what the fuck?
Shit lumpy and crunk. But I think, okay, I definitely think,
and all of this goes back to being a sugar baby, right? If this is your goal in life, then you don't have to know how to do any of these things.
Yeah.
But if your goal is to be a sugar baby and eventually become a wife from that sugar baby, you got to know something.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure there's old niggas right now who had a wife who was doing doing what the fuck she had to do as a wife. He didn't appreciate her, went and started fucking some, 19-year-old bitch that was pretty and had a fat ass, left his wife and married that bitch, and now he wake up every morning, shake his head and be like, this trifling ass bitch. Shit. I wish he had made a difference to this old trifling ass.
And I'm sure the women who are sugar mamas are thinking the same thing. Got this nigga here, he don't even cut grass. This nigga don't take out the trash. Like, all of that. Like, there are certain things that you have to.
This is what my uncle, for the niggas, this is what my uncle told me, right? You talking about like weekends and shit like that. Right? My uncle said something to me that just, it resonated in my spirit at a young age. He didn't say it to me. I just heard him say. Said that weekends are for niggas who work all week. So if you don't have a fucking job, there's no reason for you to sleep in on the weekend. You need to be up and out the door early in the motherfucking morning. Doing something, nigga. I don't care if you paint the house every motherfucking weekend a different color. I don't give a fuck what you do.
But you need to do something.
You sleeping in? Sleeping in for what?
Why?
You had a rough week playing fucking Fortnite? What the fuck is going on?
Thanks, especially.
Man, listen, I would do. You know, if I put like if a nigga didn't work, right? Mm-hmm. And we was talking about that shit earlier. Nigga didn't work. He just sat in the house. Mm-hmm. I would take the cable to the PlayStation. Carry that shit to work with me every fucking day.
I think if you get to be like a sugar baby or something like that, it is you a child. You a child. You don't need these privileges. I'm not here. You need to go find something. But I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that's what people want them for, just to sit around and be pretty. I guess you know.
But who the fuck want like? I mean, I don't know anybody who's just content with that shit. Like,
I don't know, because if you're an older person and you don't want anything sexual, you just want somebody pretty to look at. I guess you would definitely want somebody who has a level of common sense, mm-hmm. where you can actually have an intellectual conversation, and you know, it'd be enjoyable. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's not something that's irrelevant to them. I don't even see, unless it's politics, to be honest with you, I don't see what a sugar baby and a sugar daddy or a sugar mama would have to converse about.
But, well, I mean, shit.
Other than politics, they don't have the same life experience.
Yeah, because I would say maybe they talk about life experience, but shit, at 1920, what fucking life experience?
What life experience?
You about to tell me about stories from high school, bitch?
Facts. I don't man, listen, high school days were long for me. You understand? I done been alive longer than I've been in high school. I done been out of high school longer than I've been in high school. Shit, hell, in all 12 grades. You understand? So at the end of the day, none of that shit really matters.
I don't know. Me personally, or whatever, for me or whatever, like, yeah, sex is important, all the rest of that shit, but conversation is paramount. Like, if we don't have anything good to talk about, man, I can't be with you. Yeah. And like me thinking at 30. Man, listen, there's nothing a 20-year-old could ever say to me that would intrigue me.
No. There's absolutely nothing that they could say. There's nothing. I'm trying to think.
And then think about, like, okay, nothing. If you're a sugar daddy, like, say, okay, you had a sugar baby, mm-hmm. and you upgraded her to wife status, right? Yeah. She's your wife now. And let's say you're a doctor, and you hanging out with your doctor friends, and they're equally successful wives, and this dumb bitch
start chiming in. You be like, hey, go sit over there and be pretty for me, please. Can you go get us a drink? And this is what I want people to understand. Like, even if you're a sugar baby, right, and you move up to wife status or whatever the case is, right? Well, I guess the nigga died before he even get to change you out, so it don't even matter. I was thinking, like, well, no, because I mean, if you're 20 and you got a 40-year-old, shit, by the time you get 30 or 40, they like in their 60s and stuff. Them boys might trade you out again.
They might. There's a possibility that could happen.
Yeah, they might swap you out, and I'm like, I don't know. The whole situation.
But I feel like if you're a smart sugar baby, I definitely know that's certain thing that's a good thing. But if you're gonna be a sugar baby, be a fucking smart fucking sugar baby.
Yeah.
I be out here like that nigga breaking bread. Yeah. That nigga be giving me $5,000 a month or whatever. He be like, oh, how much your bills? Okay, so my bill's $3,000 or whatever. I'm gonna take $1,000. I'm ducking that off to the side or whatever. I'm also investing that other $1,000, mm-hmm. and I'm letting that nigga, I don't know, pay for my education or pay for me to get some.
And this is the thing. Generally, if it's a sugar daddy or something like that, right? They're already well off. Sugar mama too. They're already well off on their own. Mm-hmm. So if I were a sugar baby, my thing would be to figure out how the fuck did you get well off?
Right.
If it's not money that is like just generational wealth that has been passed down to you and you had to work to get that, or you're running a business or whatever the case is, I want to acquire that knowledge.
Thank you.
I'm not going to be sitting over here like going to the spa every day doing this. No, I'm about to pick your brain. We having these conversations, but hey, tell me about you.
How did you, what made you decide that this was the route you wanted to go to?
Exactly. Like, start picking their brains. If they paying you, shit, duck some of this. Let me put this over here.
Duck some off.
Go ahead. Oh, you said you invest in what now? As soon as you give me enough money to invest in that same, I'm going to invest my money in that same stock that you have your money in and where you're profiting. You understand? Because eventually I'll be in a position where I won't need that. And some people, I guess, do it because they think that they need that financial support or whatever the case is. But if you can acquire that knowledge that they have, shit, and position yourself to have that same wealth. That's how I feel.
I agree.
You know? So, but anyway, and please keep in mind, let's just put this out there. Generally, if there's a sugar daddy or a sugar mama or something like that, there is definitely probably a significant other at home, and you are here and strictly how do I put this? In a companion sexual type nature.
Right.
Like, it's not anything you're a home wrecker at the end of the day.
I agree.
So just don't forget, you out there sugar baby.
You ain't shit.
You a whole ain't shit ass individual. And more than likely, not more than likely. You probably not breaking up a household, not all the time. Because it might very well be an old woman out there who don't want that man with that Viagra jumping on her. So
clown the fuck out of her ass. She got bad hips and shit. She don't have time for that shit.
She got time for none of that bullshit. Earl, leave me alone.
Don't fucking touch me. I don't give a damn if you took that blue pill or not.
A lot of bitches act like they're scared. Oh, no. No.
Hadn't seen Earl dick that hard. See, y'all niggas got married.
Haven't seen you like this since the honeymoon, Earl. What's going on? So not always, I guess, are you ruining a household. You might be saving a life. Huh?
They need lady vibe.
You think so?
These old ladies need to be out here fucking too.
I mean, so let me see how to word. I'm trying to figure out how to word this question. Because my thing is, they don't have anything that needs to be stimulated in that manner for it to be. I don't see how that would be safe. That's scary for me.
Why you say that?
Cause girl, I'm already stimulated to take a pill to make you even more stimulated.
But like the shitty thing is, like, man,
fucking clitoris be like the size of a big toe. Wow, no. This is not safe. I don't think that shit would be safe. I'm not gonna lie.
But I'm just like, because, the shitty thing is a lot of women, after they go through menopause and shit like that, a lot of them tend to lose their sex drive.
Yeah.
And shit like that. Like, why shouldn't Gertie then be able to, pop that pussy?
Gertie!
For a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
God. I mean, I guess. They have different things that help with, because I guess they can't, get wet and stuff like that. So they have, like, different lubrication type things or whatever the case is. I don't know. Child, I just hope my stuff keep working. I would just pray on it. You understand? Lord, please keep me covered. Oh, goodness. But home wrecking sugar babies, yeah, the shit ain't new. And I need y'all to do better. You understand?
Find something productive to do.
If you're doing it, don't make it a lifelong thing. That's like you out here, you a stripper, and you talking about you going to be a stripper for life. No, come on.
That's that.
I mean, there's motherfuckers out here that be. I'm just saying, make an exit plan.
There should always be an exit strategy.
Just like you have an entrance strategy, you know how you need to look, what you need to do to get into that man's pocket. Please let there be an exit strategy and a quick exit strategy, so that as soon as you get in, you can get in and get out. And even if you want to continue staying there, you've already have your out. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
You know exactly how you about to get the fuck on through.
Exactly. Because if another sugar baby, don't always think you're the prettiest in the world, honey. Another sugar baby mess around and pop up on the scene and scoot you out the way. Now you out here left holding half of the bag when you went in to secure the whole bag.
Exactly. And I wish these sugar babies would stop having fucking children with these old ass men.
Oh, God.
Have the baby with a strong old face.
They want to name the fucking baby Cletus. Got time for none of that. Cletus Benjamin? No, bitch. Let the people granddaddy baby stay with it.
Like Earl Jr. and that nigga in the second grade and shit.
Oh, Lord. Forget all of that.
Fuck is Earl?
Ain't no fucking Tyrone or none of that. Earl. Strong name. Anyway, as long as you know that sugar babies are home wreckers. Moving on. Cheating. With the sugar babies being home wreckers, somebody's generally cheating.
I agree.
And I think in about 85% of the cases, there's a guy that is cheating that has a sugar baby.
A lot of the time, yeah. And then, like, the most disrespectful shit, especially, like, kind of doubling back on the sugar daddies and shit like that, sugar mamas. With it. Most of the time, like, bitches, like, old women are... Old women are not here, cheating on their husbands. A lot of the time they tend to be widows, single, whatever, and then they out here, fucking these little boys.
Yeah.
It's dudes, the sugar daddies that tend to be the ones who cheating on their wife, who been there or whatever for it all through thick and thin, when a nigga ain't had shit but a dollar and a dream or whatever, and she held it down, had all his babies,
everything, child.
She been a whole brick house when she meet him, but after having sex his turn, you know, her body not looking all too good.
No, it's not.
And then you to cheat with another bitch.
With another one.
You disrespectful bastard.
So I think, like, with the sugar daddies and stuff cheating, just, you know what, not just with the sugar daddies, just with cheating in general,
right?
It's, of course, it's a selfish act, right?
I agree.
We agree on that. Sometimes I think people in relationships get to the point where they're like, oh, you cheated, you're an asshole, and then once they move on, they're like, oh, that person is an asshole, that person is this, that person is that in the relationship. I'm not saying that anyone needs to claim the fault or anything like that, but you also have to own up to the fact that you have a part to play. You know, for every action, there is a reaction. And someone cheating on you is not the right thing to do. They could simply let you know that they're not happy and walk away. But not all the time do people want to walk away, because they may see something good in you. But like I said earlier, just because that person is a good person doesn't mean that that person is good for you.
Right. But I'm going to say this. I also at times believe that people who are... people sometimes, like, motherfuckers cheat. They can be happy as fuck at home. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, the chick they with is perfect, doing everything right, A, B, and C. Mm-hmm. They just like to put their penis in other bitches too.
That is a problem.
You know, sometimes that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
Just taking responsibility for your choices, because the person might have went out and cheat because you're not giving them that affection. I'm a big believer in, if there's a problem in a relationship, you need to let that person know. So that, like, if you're doing something that I don't like, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to repeat myself, because I hate fucking repeating myself. But I am going to let you know, hey, this is a problem for me, and give you the opportunity to change that problem. Mm-hmm. Now, if you just blatantly, you say you love me, but you blatantly ignoring what the hell I'm saying, and now I'm like, oh, I need you emotionally or whatever, and I come home and I try to talk to you and you don't want to talk, and this, that, and the third. And then now fucking Jody done pulled up to my job and he just in my office wanting to talk to me. I mean, we just talking, but talking lead to stuff sometimes. Now, and it's not necessarily saying a physical cheating, but an emotional cheating is still cheating nonetheless.
Right.
So things like that happen, and then people feel a type of way, but you have to always take responsibility for what your part is in something. Not saying you are solely to blame, because everyone makes their own choices, but pay attention to what role you played in a relationship. If a guy is out there sleeping with other women, some men are just dogs. I mean, that's just hands down. Some niggas are just dogs. It ain't nothing. You can't change that. If you out here and the nigga telling you, hey babe, I need your physical affection, I need this, I need that, and you just out here like, fuck that nigga.
I don't really give a fuck.
I'm mad at him and I don't give a fuck. I'm not fucking him because I'm angry at him right now. I got an attitude for whatever the case is. And the same thing for guys. You out here talking about, oh, I'm tired, I haven't been to work and I'm tired. Your wife, your girlfriend said they need some. Stop playing out here in these streets. You gotta take responsibility.
Every now and again you like, hey babe, I'm exhausted, it's been a long day. I get that. But after a while, a bitch gonna be like, alright, either you fucking somebody else or I need to stop fucking somebody else.
I don't believe you should tell me no. No, you can't tell me no. No, how you mean no? No, you can't say that. If your partner wants that type of affection from you, I think just tapping a motherfucker on the shoulder, be like, hey, so I want some. Like, that's not it. Like, you're not gonna ever get it like that. You have to be affectionate, and once you get to that point, then it's not like they're gonna be like no, because you're in that moment. But if you just tap a motherfucker like, hey, so come down here and give me some head, like, you're not gonna.
Niggas are rude.
Motherfucker be like, no, like, what you mean? You know, if you just waking a motherfucker up, slapping the peanuts on their forehead, like, no one wants that. I mean, no one wants to be woken up out of a cold sleep like that. That shit is rude. You understand? So
fuck around, you sleeping, next thing you know, you just feel a hard dick in your back.
So wait a minute. Like, you know, you gotta warm people up to these things. So I
feel like it's always good as well to court a person throughout the day. Like, if you know you trying to get in them draws, you know, that night, you know, send some sexy shit in the middle of the day.
Exactly.
Let them know what's going on.
Yeah, facts.
You know, grab a dick at dinner.
Facts, set the mood. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Not all the time you have to do stuff like that, but it does help.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
Sometimes you want to hop in, get a quickie, and get out.
Yeah.
I get that. But every time don't need to be a quickie. You know what I mean? So back to the whole cheating thing. If you're in a relationship, I'm a strong believer in communication and letting a person know what it is you need and allowing them to fix that problem. Because sometimes people cheat because they're not getting what they need. And that's not an excuse at all. But everyone has to take responsibility for the part that they play in a situation, is how I feel.
I agree.
Period. Now, for it being worth it, like this is the thing, right? You hop out here and you go cheat with this guy or this girl or whatever the case is, and the penis is bad or the JJ's bad, and then you fuck around and get caught, and now you about to break up.
About to lose your whole family over some trash ass.
Over some trash ass sex. That's a problem, girl. Girl, everybody involved got to go.
You was out here willing to risk it all.
So I don't care. I'm putting it all on the line. No, you shouldn't have. You definitely shouldn't have. That person got to go.
The bitch out here, she can't suck no dick. Pussy been dry.
Now you upset. Listen.
That's a reason to box a bitch ass up.
Because you led me to believe. You understand that everything was kosher.
Out here on Facebook, posting all the kinked out freaky shit,
you know,
and just want to lay there.
And just want to lay, bitch. If you don't get out, so what you gonna do? No, I'ma just hey, get your ass out of here. Now you get home, you shitting because you not fucking this bum bitch, and then your wife fuck around and see a text in your phone. Now you done risk it all.
You're abruptly being woke up in the middle of the goddamn night by some goddamn hot water and being chopped with a cell phone.
Not hot water. Oh goodness! So let me tell you, when you out here cheating, please, I'm gonna just say make sure it's worth it. And you know what pisses a woman off more than anything when a guy cheats is if they downgrade. Like that is the worst. Like if you're gonna cheat, right? And you go out here and get a bitch that's better than me, that's smarter than me, and the better than me, that still doesn't impress me because bitches buy bodies all day. If this bitch ain't on my level financially, intellectual wise, like come on, like this is what you do.
But I think here's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of times niggas don't upgrade, and the reason why they don't is because the women who maybe quote unquote better aren't gonna fall for the same bullshit.
This is
that
true.
these gutter snipes will fall for. You know what I'm saying? There's bitches out here who just want to be fucked. And that's it.
And they don't care other values in life.
None.
That is a shallow life.
25 with 160 body count and don't feel no shame.
That bitch, goddamn. You said 160.
Fuck around. By the time she 35, bitch won't have no walls. And then
she want to have 120. Come on, you think something's still left? 120, Tasha?
Hey,
damn, that's a lot. Even for a guy, that's a lot of body. Man, that's too many. That's too many.
If you don't have no value in yourself, right? You start getting dick at like 14, whatever.
That's wild.
And you in and out of relationships 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 4 years, right? Boom. Let's say you fucking 3 niggas a year. Ooh. Right? So that's already 12. Boom. Then once you get to college, whole football team, basketball team, everybody running through.
Oh, God.
That's
not the whole
the
team.
Football team got at least a good 50 to 60 people on it. The basketball team probably got about 20.
Shit make my heart hurt. I feel so bad.
Then you flunk out of school because, you know what I'm saying, you done got ran through by everybody knew you a hoe. Right? So then you go get you a job at Walmart, right? You start sucking and fucking everybody. You start sucking and fucking the staff at Walmart, right? Then on top of you sucking and fucking the staff at Walmart, you out here.
The views of Natasha do not reflect the views of Crystal. You so wild.
Hey, I was trying to do calculation. I'm just putting out a hypothetical scenario.
Hypothetical scenario? This shit sounds factual. This shit sounds like it's down to a science. God damn.
I don't want to step on nobody's toes.
You done kicked the bitch in the ankle at this point. You somebody out there you done kicked in the fucking ankle. They can listen and stop listening right at this point. At this point, we knew. We lost the listener.
I don't want to hear
that bitch thinks she funny. She talking about oh my goodness. I can't. That shit make me, you are so wild. Okay. Back to the accountant. Sorry.
All right. I'm sorry. Okay. So we was at 12, right? Then we talked about football players and the basketball team. Yeah. That's another 70 on top of the 12. That's already a lot of motherfuckers. You're only about 20 at this point. God. Okay? 5 to 10 niggas per year for the next 5 years. That's 50 motherfuckers. That's at over 120 by the time
that's about
too easy.
132. That's a lot.
That's too easy.
Whew. So just realize you can get swooped up out there really quick. That's all I heard.
Man, you can fuck around and thinking you nice, wholesome young lady. Around blink at 30 and be like, God, I fucked a lot of people.
I fucked my way through a lot of folks. It's crazy. Through a whole fucking community. Golly.
It's easy.
Don't cheat on nobody. My thing with cheating, I believe that people need to take responsibility for the part that they play in things.
Right.
But I also believe as a cheater, you have to take responsibility for the damage that you cause to that person as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the type of person that's going to broke a toy and put it back on the shelf. Like some bitches out here, like get good dudes and they be like sweet dudes, like little sweet dudes. Mm-hmm. You be like, oh, he's so nice. He's so, like a nice little lane.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with a lane. That's a good safe life.
Yes.
That's it. You know what's going to happen. He's going to get up and go to work. He's going to do what needs to be done. You're going to be, you're going to be comfortable. You're going to be at peace in life or whatever. But you get these fucking city girls ass hot girls out here that end up with these lames and then break these guys' little hearts and stuff. And when you break a guy heart, it'd be difficult for them to bounce back. Like girls are kind of accustomed to having their heart break in a sense. So to where they deal with the heartbreak and they're like, oh, I still believe in love. I'll move on to the next person. Right. And they just move on. But for guys, I think sometimes it's harder for them to kind of bounce back because they're not used to opening up that much in the first place. Probably how they were raised and how guys are kind of raised in a sense. But yeah, stop breaking these niggas and putting them back on the shelf. And I'm not going to say it's not just niggas because people can break girls too. I think our tolerance is just a little bit higher than that of guys. But don't think for 1 second that females aren't broken going into relationships. Why even cheat? Just move past the situation. Just be like, you know what? This shit ain't working. Like I thought it was going to be, but it's really not. I'd rather you hurt somebody in that way to say y'all aren't compatible than to hurt them as far as breaking their trust. Because when you break somebody's trust, not only does it break the trust that you have with them, that relationship, but it fucks up their trust moving forward. Right. And it's harder for them to trust someone. It's easier for someone to say, oh, we just didn't work out because we're not compatible. I don't like you like that anymore. I don't think this is going to go any further. And feel like shit about themselves. That sounds bad. Like you might feel like shit like, oh, well, we just grew apart. I think that's better than cheating on somebody and then y'all breaking up for that reason. Just so it doesn't ruin that person so bad. I definitely don't like to break the toys and put them back on the shelf.
And I mean, it's something I definitely advocate towards is self-reflection. So it took me a long time to really realize it, but I used to be like that kind of person.
Mm-hmm. Breaking the toys and putting them on the shelf?
Absolutely.
No.
Because like but not intentionally. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what I used to do is like I would get in a relationship with somebody, and then like once you've done something to upset me or hurt me or turn me off, then I tend to end up emotionally and mentally like check out of the relationship, and I've already started pursuing my next relationship.
Oh wow.
You get what I'm saying?
But you haven't physically gotten out of the correct.
Yeah. Like when I met my ex, technically I was in a relationship with somebody else.
Yeah.
But when we met, it's just I had checked out of that relationship and began this new relationship, not without giving closure to they just happened to notice we was on Facebook kissing each other and shit.
So wait a minute, I thought we was together.
Exactly. But now, like with self-reflection, I understand that I did because at the time I didn't realize that's what the fuck I was doing. But now that I know that's what I'm doing moving forward, I also understand. Okay, I need to end something. If I'm gonna start a relationship, I need to end that relationship like an adult and communicate with the person. Hey, this is the reason why this isn't gonna work, and then drive forward. With something else and stuff like that instead of just being a trash ass bitch.
Instead of just moving on into the next relationship. Motherfuckers still out here got whole high hopes. Like, no, we working on it. We just separated for a while. No, we don't go together. We not gonna go together no more.
I'd be right there. We definitely gonna work
on it. Tasha, don't give them hope.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I refuse to
give somebody hope. I used to feel bad. I used to feel so bad about like breaking up because I'm like, I don't want to hurt anybody because I don't want anybody to hurt me, and I don't want to hurt their feelings. That's how you get stalkers, girl. I ain't got time for none of that. Definitely have one of those.
This is what I'm saying. I'll tell you the heartbeat. No, we don't go together.
Motherfucking Kingdom, my goddamn.
I don't even like people
in Orangeburg just sitting outside. My ex was like, oh, so You must have said this whole... I'm like, no, like, I didn't have nothing to do. I don't know why this motherfucker is here.
I don't have nothing to do with none of this shit, man. Stop looking at me crazy. I didn't do it.
Because the motherfucker had called me like 15 or 20 times that day. I kept ignoring the calls.
Oh my God, girl.
But at that point, it was already clear that I was in another relationship.
It's already clear. It's crazy. Fuck you calling me 20 times. You sound wild.
And I kept ignoring the calls. Motherfucker just sitting outside my goddamn apartment.
That's wild. That's real life wild. My sister had this guy. What I tell you? This motherfucker called her 99 times. Left messages into her voicemail was full. Then started texting her. Then go tell her, I don't even want to talk to you anyway because you crazy, girl. What?
You're right. It's me. I'm crazy.
It's not you. It's me. You're right. Just as long as we can end this shit. Like, just as long as it's over. I don't have...
Because it's rational to call people 99 times and continue to text.
Man, how do you even have the time? That's another thing. Cheating requires too much attention to detail that I don't have the time for. I can't do it. You got to maneuver around here and do this and do that. Man, that's too much. That's too much.
I'm kind of lazy.
I'm not lazy, but I got too much other shit going on.
No, exactly. I'm not like me exerting this extra energy for what?
No.
I don't like to do nothing if it's not making me no money.
Right? It don't make me no sense.
No,
I can't do it. That's taking too much of my time.
You want me to go all the way on the other side of goddamn town to meet you somewhere?
Why?
Because I don't want my Buddhist. No, what the heck?
No. That is not gonna work. Hey, how about we don't but say that?
Sounds like a bad idea.
Shit, because I don't like going home and going to sleep. I don't have time for that.
I'm good. Listen, I'm good for that. Hey, so what you doing tonight? Going to sleep. Exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to bed.
This is just not gonna work.
Binge watch a little King of the Hill, and I'm going to fuck to sleep.
You said King of the Hill? That's funny.
They're going to fuck to sleep. I'm not about to sit up here and run all around town with them.
No. So at the end of the day, y'all, when it comes to cheating, instead of cheating, sometimes you can just leave the whole situation alone and walk away. Just because that person might be a good person, it might not be a good person for you, and you don't need to break the toy and put it back on the shelf. That's all I got to say about cheating.
The motherfuckers, there's certain niggas out here who fucking tearing up whole goddamn toy stores and walking out there
tearing up the toy store. Just out here fucking wreaking havoc in the toy store. You understand me? Slapping the trains, the planes, the buses, the fucking little thing with the
little monkey clapping hand thing,
clapping symbols, everything. So please, y'all, male and female, stop breaking the toys and putting it back on the shelf for everybody else. If you don't know how to play with the damn toys, just leave it alone. Don't fucking touch the toys. You understand?
Keep your goddamn hand off.
Hand to yourself. Shit. Oh my goodness. Now, monogamy in 2020.
I don't think it exists.
You don't think it exists?
Listen, to be single, there's something called throuples.
No, Tasha.
Throuples, Crystal. That's the new thing. It's throuples.
Oh God. That's like what is it? The polyamorous type relationships, right?
Kinda. Yeah. It's a good way to say throuples.
Yeah, I don't like to share
I believe
anything.
in monogamy, but in 2020, my nigga, I'm sorry, but motherfuckers ain't out here being faithful no more.
No,
it's hard to find a good nigga. It is hard.
I'm too selfish to share what I have with anybody else. So that's number one. That's not happening. I don't like to share. I'm not sharing. Not a sexual partner. Like in that manner. As far as throuples are concerned, that's kind of weird to me because at the end of the day, you gonna be more loyal to one person than the other in that situation. If you falling off a cliff, right? And two of y'all hanging off that cliff. Who the fuck you gonna grab? You gonna grab me or you gonna grab the next person?
I'm gonna grab the bitch with the best pussy then.
And there you go. Like who has the most loyalty to who in that situation? Because you might think you have the most loyalty to this person and y'all just, oh my God, I know you gonna grab for me, baby. Grab my hand. And this motherfucker fuck around
and grab
the other bitch. What you gonna do?
I mean, at that point, I feel like the only right thing to do is just let go.
No, I'm gonna grab that bitch. I going up too. Fucking with none of that. That's it. And then when I get up there, I'm gonna beat your ass. Why in the fuck would you not grab me? Why would you let me die? That is a problem for me.
Like, if you don't grab a nigga, like, how you even face that motherfucker later on if that motherfucker survives?
If they survive, how you gonna face them?
Who you gonna see?
I had to make a decision. You know what? You right. And at this point, I have to make a decision. You clearly want this other motherfucker more than you want me. So, in a situation like that, I don't see how it could ever be even love dispersed amongst everybody. Like, it don't make sense. I don't see how that would work. It won't ever work in my mind. Like, the concept is because you can't love two people equally at the same time.
I mean, I agree with you, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, niggas out here ain't shit. And it's, you know, so bitches have decided that, you know, thrupples are better. Have bitch, you know, move in with it. Why not?
That shit.
I saw this meme and it was like, this is the physical embodiment of bitch you thought. There was this white lady mugshot and it was like her husband brought the side bitch to live with them.
Oh.
And like she let the side bitch live with them. And the first night she killed both of them motherfuckers.
Stop.
Yeah.
Bitch, you thought. Oh my goodness, that shit don't even seem. It would be okay in a sense because back in the day, people had like multiple wives and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would think the concept would be meshed easier, like it would work together better because it's been something that's been being done.
Well, I'll say this: I think you know, like harems.
Yeah,
I feel like it tends to be more of a misogynistic type of thing of them owning these women, so these women don't, you know, he doesn't love all of them. I just can't believe you love 12 bitches. I'm sorry.
You out here loving 12, so you love all 12 of them like equally. Like I wouldn't know that. So you all 12 of them you love them.
I feel like niggas will have a hard time remembering more than 3 of their names at any given time. I'm confused.
Dude will be in there like people grandmama calling bitches this different names and stuff.
Until you get to the one.
You know who I talk about. Right? No, calling bitch number 1 and 2 Wednesday and Thursday. Right. Shit. No, you will not.
January,
you will not diminish me to a fucking number or a day of the week. The devil is a lie. I refuse. Hey, Wednesday, come here.
It's not the name my fucking mama.
It's Crystal. It ain't what they call you. It's what you answer to.
Right.
And what I won't answer to is the day of the week or fucking number. Oh my goodness.
Number 6, let me talk to you for a quick second.
Number 6, let me talk to you for a second. I mean, for me, monogamy is a must in a relationship.
I agree.
There's no way around it. People do like threesomes and stuff like that. I don't know exactly how open I am to that. I'm not gonna say I'm
like
opposed
it's inviting
to it.
Confusion into your relationship.
Yeah.
That's how I look.
And some people don't do it the right way.
Right, and that's so how it invites the confusion. Yeah.
If we're doing anything like that, we need to travel across the fucking country. We need to go somewhere different.
Yeah.
The bitches be right in their backyard. No, we going to North Charleston. You from downtown, but you went to North Charleston. The fuck is that? Bitch, that's right there. Y'all fuck around and bumping each other at the mall or something. Right? At the grocery store? No, ma'am. Absolutely not.
Bitches work at T-Mobile together and shit.
Because I think people don't always follow the rules of things like that, and that's when you invite the problem in. Because now you dudes be like, oh, my girl, like, you know, she want to do a threesome with another girl and this and that, and then fuck around and you get bumped out, sir. Now your girl that changed fucking sexual habits. Now I'm a lesbian now. I don't want to do guys.
And I'm not gonna lie, like there's a lot of dudes out here who like want threesomes, and I'm like, well, sir, you can barely please the one bitch. And you would call yourself to want to try to please 2 at the same time.
I'm about to die. You about to kill me. Oh, Lord. You want to call yourself trying to please 2. You need to focus on the one that you have, sir. Now you got 2 bitches in here unhappy.
Right?
That's why you're getting booed out. That's why you're getting booted out of the way. Shoot. Guys always think it's so sexy when 2 girls, but what if your girl be like, so I already gave you the threesome that you were looking for, so I'm actually looking for 2 guys. If you're a guy, you know what I mean? And motherfuckers be like, oh, that's not a threesome, that's a train, this and that. No, nigga, don't run out.
Because technically, me and this other bitch ran the train
on you if you want to be technical about the situation. You understand? So now, you got what you wanted. Hey,
my
turn. So do I get to pick or do you want to pick?
Like how to hit them up on the book or
how does that shit work out? Like I want to hear from a couple that has had it in the reverse. you and your man had a threesome with a female, and then you were like, hey, let's have a threesome with a guy. I wonder if that ever happened. I mean, I'm pretty sure it probably has.
I don't know how likely it is to happen with a heterosexual man.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if he want to make his girl just as happy as she has made him,
I think it's only fair.
I think if he can't allow another guy to beat your back out, then he don't really love you.
He don't have no care for you at all.
He don't love you. Because if you can allow another chick to slob on his nose and him, be just as happy as he wants to be, and he don't want to return the favor, he don't really love you. You need to leave him. You definitely need to leave him. He don't give a fuck about you. That's just my thoughts.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, so
if we doing this, what the fuck we doing?
Yeah, if we gonna do it, let's do it. Don't let shit be one sided now.
No, that's unfair.
That's exactly. I believe in transparency and fairness across the board.
I concur.
Either side. If that's what you want, sure, no problem.
As soon as you bring it up, niggas be upset.
Listen, as soon as they bring it up. So you want to have a threesome? Yeah, I just see this dude at the grocery store the other day. I just see this dude at the grocery store the other day. Shit. So, excuse me, what? You said a threesome, right? So I didn't know.
I'd assumed.
I just assumed that you were saying, like a finger.
Threesome is a threesome.
Hey, there you go. Exactly. So, I mean, when you think about monogamy, you have to think about, do you consider that not being monogamous?
What?
Having a threesome?
No, I definitely don't think it's not being monogamous. That's kind of like a sexual experience between a couple that, decides to do that. And it's something that's done, both people are comfortable with it, are aware of what's going on and everything like that. I think that's completely different than, being a cheating.
Do you think sometimes females do that to avoid their boyfriends possibly cheating?
Yeah, definitely. More likely than not, that tends to really be what's really going on.
And that's sad. If you feel like that's what you have to do so that your significant other doesn't cheat on you, that's kind of sad.
I think, it's better for you to leave. Let that nigga do the fuck he wants.
Exactly, because now you're being forced into something that you don't really want to do, but you're doing it to try and please that person or make them happy. Like, where does that leave you? You know what I mean?
Out in the cold. Like,
resentful.
You're the one. Exactly.
Yeah.
You compromise what, what I'm saying?
What your standards are.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just to save yourself from being cheated on? Really? Mm-hmm. That just it just doesn't seem like a good idea. If that's not some shit that both of you guys have talked about and both of you guys are definitely into, I don't think you should participate in it. There's plenty of bitches out here who eating pussy just to make these niggas happy.
That is terrible. I've never heard something more terrible. That is like a hostage situation. You can't be comfortable in that moment. If that is not something that you want to do and you're just doing it to make the next person happy, if you are in a relationship and you are happy with that person and you're in love with that person, you should be able to talk about anything.
Right.
And regardless of how much they may want it, if they know that it's something that's going to hurt you, then they should not want it.
Right.
You have to compromise.
Or at least keep that shit to yourself. If you bring it to me and I say, actually, that's not something I feel comfortable with, that should be the end of it.
Exactly. That shouldn't be something that you should have to compromise with.
Niggas be out here coercing the fuck out of bitches.
No.
Yes. Harassing them about it. Mm-mm. Man, let's just try it. Let's please, come on.
Hey.
Let's just...
Don't ask me. Got the wrong bitch. Don't ask me. You know what? And it's not always the women who's being forced into it. Sometimes the guys are being forced into it because the women want to,
be with another woman.
Exactly.
Yeah, there are some men, who aren't comfortable with, like, two women, their woman being with somebody else, like, whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and they tend to, go along just to make that person happy. I feel like you shouldn't do any, especially sexually, you shouldn't do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing. I really
if you're not comfortable, that shit definitely probably feels like rape. I've never done anything that I don't want to do. Listen, even if I'm in the middle of doing something and I feel uncomfortable, hey, stop, move. I'll punch you in the whole face. If I say stop and I say no and I say move, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Why? You don't have to ask me why.
Exactly.
I said stop. I said no. I don't like it. That shit is making me uncomfortable. Period. I don't see how you can feel good about yourself afterwards. Even during the act, you can't. There's no way. So just be mindful of things like that, people, female and male. Because people get coerced into things all the time. It's not always the male coercing the female. Sometimes it's the other way around. But just make sure that you're comfortable with the things that you're doing. It's your body.
Girl, ain't it?
People just act like their body belongs to whomever. No, it's your body at the end of the day, and it's your decision. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. And if they can't accept you for not wanting to do it, then that's not who you need to be with in the first place.
Thank you. They should be able to respect you saying, you know what, this isn't something I feel comfortable with. Okay, cool, no problem.
Exactly. Just make sure you choose your person right.
And think about like somebody I listen to a lot or whatever, she always says the same thing. Don't do something for a motherfucker that wouldn't do it for you. If you be out here eating pussy for a nigga, well, that nigga suck dick for you.
That's a tough one. Shit, man. Goddamn.
I'm just think about it like that. You'll eat pussy for this nigga, but will he suck dick for you?
That is a good question. Hey, so you want me to do this? So my question to you is, my mother be like, that's a good question. So if whatever your answer is to that question is my answer to your question.
Exactly.
You understand? That's how it works. Period. Man. So either way, I guess threesomes, they don't affect the monogamy in the relationship.
Yeah, I don't think that does. As long as it's consensual and open for everybody.
Yeah. But monogamy in 2020, I think people need to get back to it, man. There's nothing better than to build a bond with a person and grow in life.
Right.
Like when you create memories and stuff like that, that shit is like the best feeling. And I don't think it's necessarily a feeling that I want to share with another person. Just us two. I don't. Yeah, I'm too selfish.
Don't share well.
No, I don't share well. Monogamy is for me in 2020. When I find me a boo. Well, not when I find, because I ain't searching. But when the Lord send me a boo.
Right.
So. Let's see. Being submissive in a relationship. What's your thoughts, Tasha?
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with being submissive to the right person. I think that's where a lot of people get things misconstrued is they submit to people who aren't really leading them anywhere instead of submitting to a person that's leading you in the right direction. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's a problem with that. And in the case of men, where like I think a real man is going to do what he's supposed to do, and the right woman is going to naturally want to submit.
Yeah.
Whereas, you got these trifling ass niggas out here who don't offer nothing, who don't do nothing, and then want a bitch to submit. That shit sounds wild to me.
Wild as hell. So let me give you, I have Googled the word submissive.
All right.
Let me give you a couple synonyms for submissive. Compliant. Yielding. Malleable. that right there. Just so, accommodating. Passive. Docile. Meek. Timid. Patient. Humble.
I'll say this. I definitely am patient.
Spineless.
I definitely am humble.
Groveling. I did someone's stuff.
I feel like the Google definition of submissive sounds fucking terrible. Sounds like it's sleeping.
God, obedient.
Definitely sounds like goddamn it's sleeping to me.
Forbearing. This shit is wild. Google wilding out. Them boys say slavish. Tasha, spineless, groveling. No. The only things on here that I can agree with is going to be accommodating, patient, and yielding. All the rest of that shit them boys had going on just now?
No, that's not.
That was a little much for me. And humble. I can be humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the rest of those synonyms that they had, those are all problems. I can't help you with any. I'm not groveling to anyone. I'm not.
Slave-like, I feel offended.
Slave-ish.
Slavish.
Yeah.
No.
That sounds crazy.
They get free the sleeves,
Under someone's thumb. What? Girl? So.
I ain't nobody's thumb.
So Google did not explain that properly. I really don't think being submissive is all of those synonyms as far as the relationship is concerned. A husband and wife, or just a boyfriend and girlfriend, or whatever the case is in a relationship. Obedient, that's like you a puppy or something.
Right.
I don't like the way that even sounds. Accommodating, I think I'm accommodating is a quality, is submissive that I think I have. I do care about the next person's feelings and what they have going on. If I find myself being not as accommodating as I can be and it has offended the next person, then I look at myself to change those things, or not being considerate. If I'm not considerate in a moment, then I can apologize for not being considerate and then move forward by changing the actions that I did to be more considerate in the future. Yielding, I think when I think of yielding, I think of like traffic and cars and stuff, allowing someone else to go ahead, because they're in that lane already.
Right.
And me following behind to get in that lane. And I'm okay with that. That's not a bad thing. Patient. I am patient. Sometimes. Let me rephrase that. I am patient sometimes. Not all the time. Patient is definitely a virtue that I am working on. I have a tendency, like, when I ask for things, I need, either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. Like, let me know so I can pay somebody else to do it. Like, I'm not going to keep asking the same question over and over. So patience is something I have to work on. I mean, I don't think I would have a problem learning to be patient, but it is definitely something I have to work on. Being humble, I think I'm a humble person. I don't think I'm out here just being ungrateful and wilding out and stuff like that. So humble, I think, is a quality that I possess as well. But a lot of these other things on here, docile, all that, no, timid, no, meek, no. It's definitely not no slavish, groveling, spine. Those things alone sound horrible.
I feel like they took the word and like just took that shit all the way to the left, my nigga. Like, all the way to the left.
Everything. But as far as being submissive in a relationship, I think it's definitely about you having compromise. Mm-hmm. And allowing everyone to be in their own lane. Like, I don't think being submissive is a bad thing because it allows the man to be in their lane and the female to be in their lane, and it gives each person space to have that dominant and feminine energy,
right?
Versus everyone bumping head to try and be the boss or whatever, right? So, and not in all relationships are the man the ones that are being submitted to. I think in an even relationship, like an even balanced relationship, each person is submitting in a different way.
Right.
Which is important. Which, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I honestly think a dominant guy, that is the sexiest thing in the world. I mean, especially if you got your shit together. I don't need you trying to be dominant and then you out here half-stepping and stuff.
Right.
No, I need you to simmer down, sir. Like, no.
I need you to lower your motherfucking voice.
Lower your voice. You understand? You can't even talk too loud to me if you ain't got a full beard. Like, I don't even need you. Sir, you don't even have facial hair. Don't act crazy. Like, hey, no, you come here. I'm not doing any of that. Don't play with me at all. You understand? I think if you're the right guy and you have your shit together in a sense, and I always think in a relationship, speaking to a person with love, I don't give a fuck what you say to a person. If it's coming out of a place of love and you speaking to them through love, then it won't resonate negatively with that person. Right. Because you know how to speak to that person. Some people in relationships don't know how to speak to people, and you want somebody to be submissive to you. No, you an asshole, sir. Nobody's submitting to you. You an asshole. Get out of here. You understand? So I think, yeah, that's my thing.
And I think there's also a level of like respect that goes along with it on both ends. Like you said, at times men submit, at times women submit. Mm-hmm. I think that's the perfect balance, the yin yang of a relationship.
Yeah.
Somebody has to lead at the end of the day.
Fact.
Both people can lead at the same time.
I agree.
There are some situations to where, your partner may be stronger in a scenario, mm-hmm. and that they need to lead in that situation. You need to, just kind of fall back. Yeah. But then there's times where you may be stronger in a situation and it makes more sense for you to lead in that situation, for your partner to fall back. And you guys should be able to have that level of respect for each other to where you can recognize those situations.
And trust.
Yes.
And trust to know that they can lead.
Absolutely.
I think that's a big thing. A lot of times, and it's not about what you say in a relationship that allows a woman to be submissive and want to follow your lead. It's more so about your actions. If you out here being reckless and doing things in a reckless manner with no decency and no order and no, you're just doing stuff off of the cuff and you putting us in jeopardy, whether it's financial jeopardy, whether it's safety jeopardy, at the end of the day, you're not someone that I want to follow. So I'm not going to submit to you, and I don't trust you with these things, like for you to lead me in this direction.
Right, I'm gonna take it back to Love and Hip Hop. I don't know why, but I love watching that show.
Righteous shows,
or whatever. Right? But very recently in the new season of Love and Hip Hop, New York, there's Chrissy and Jim Jones.
Yeah.
And Chrissy found out in the
blog. But let me tell you something. He is a big baby. I feel like.
I think he is too.
He is such I don't know if it's a mama's boy, but he is.
I think he's a mom's boy.
He do Definitely. Too much. I used to love him, but he do too much for me. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
But like, recently, Chrissy, and I don't necessarily know how, factual all the shit is, but in the show, Chrissy found out on the blogs that their house was in foreclosure. I'm like, so, that type of situation right there, I would never trust you as far as finance are concerned ever again.
Never. No, that further lets me know you're not to be trusted, and that you can't lead me. Because I'm out here making financial moves and stuff like that. And then you're keeping me in the blind. You don't even say nothing. You say absolutely nothing as if that's okay. That's definitely not okay. That's a whole problem in itself. Like, that we don't have the level of communication where when this came up, I would be the first person you came to, regardless of how you might have feel like less than because you didn't have it to put down. Whatever the case is, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be a partnership. But in the same time, I will say this. I think they were like kind of separate. Well, I don't know. No,
she said they were still together even though she was living in a different city.
Yeah.
She was like they were still together. It's just she, was in Miami or whatever for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 years. The longest relationship, I guess. I don't know.
But
either way, I think that's some shit. Hey, babe, this is what's going on.
Yeah. And that was a moment for him to submit his faults
to her
and let her know so that they could lean on each other. And he just dropped the ball all the way around with that. It was portrayed on the show like she didn't know, but there's no way. I think me as a woman, and Chrissy seems like a very smart woman. Right. She doesn't seem like she's behind the ball on things and stuff like that. So for me, if something like that were to happen, I would be freaking livid.
Right.
Like, this looks crazy. And then she has a business where she's asking people to invest in her, and even though you're not on the mortgage or whatever the case is, when people see things like that, they think even though you're not on the mortgage, you still should have known.
Right. I know. Me personally, even though she on the show now, even though she went and explained herself and apologized, I still wouldn't have trusted that bitch with no not a red cent for me.
That's crazy. I mean, because you should know. Especially if you're telling me that y'all want to separate. It would have been different if you said, well, when I was in Florida, we were separated. We weren't we just started talking again. I'm moving back home now. And then this pops up. But you telling me that y'all been together this whole time. You just lived in a different state. So y'all had a line of communication that was going on. Yeah, that would have been a problem for me personally.
Yeah,
but to each his own. Everyone knows how to maneuver their own thing. Like that. I couldn't have. I'd have spazzed out. That's like we live in some place and we getting evicted and you ain't told me nothing.
you laying in your bed and the constable knocking on your door.
Girl, that's crazy.
That nigga ain't see shit.
Now you just in there. No, that's wild. And I think when the thing came out, it seemed like he was somewhere else.
Yeah, I think he was in L.A.
In L.A. or something. So now you got me down here having to deal with all of this. And you got to move all of your things. You have to pretty much pack up an entire house. I don't know how long the process takes or whatever because I've never been foreclosed on or anything like that. But now you have to pack up an entire home and find a new home.
And I'm sure the credit trash if you being foreclosed on. So
yeah, I mean, I guess her credit isn't trash because she's not on the mortgage. She's only on the title, so she would be able to get a new location, a new place or whatever the case is. But I mean, it's just a lot, and it's a process. I think, like I said, in that moment was a time for him to submit his weaknesses to her in a sense, so they could lean on each other and get things in order. And like I said, not all the time the women have to be submissive. Sometimes the men should submit in a relationship. I told Zion the other a few days ago or whatever, he was doing something in the kitchen and he was talking stuff to Kamari, fussing about something, and I was like, Zion, a man don't have to put their foot down all the time. Only when it really matters.
Right.
I said, and if you have to put your foot down all the time because you think everything matters, then at the end of the day nothing will matter.
Thank you. That's a good thing to say. That makes sense.
You understand?
Yeah.
I didn't grow up around men that always complain and talk a lot and all that stuff. If something needs to be done, they're going to say what needs to be done and get it done. It's not all that other stuff in between. Men allow women to be women, and I think women should allow men to be men.
Right.
Period. And when I say allow a man to be a man, I don't mean allow them to go and frolic and do all this other stuff. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But sometimes when a man puts his foot down about something, he's putting it down because they're the protector and the provider of a household. So it may be, and be sure you're picking the right man.
That's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing. It has to be the right man, because not everyone you can submit to. But when you find that person that is worthy of your submission, then allow them to be that. It's not a back and forth combat all the time. Allow them to be that dominant figure and stuff, and give them a reason to submit to you. If they see that you yield to them and you allow them to be who they are, then they don't have a problem submitting to you when you need it in that moment, whether it be emotionally, whether it be financially, anything. Allow them to have that moment, I guess.
I 100% agree with that.
So a lot of the times I think females look at being submissive as a negative thing, like someone is taking their power,
independence, their
independence and their power, and it's not always like that. Like,
if done correctly, that's not what it is.
Yeah. Like, now, if you out here being a whole bald-headed hoe, you ain't gonna never submit to nobody, because you out here thinking that you just need to be doing whole shit, and that's not necessarily the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. To get in a relationship with somebody who is a dominant male and won't be a better man without your submission in a relationship. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. I don't know if does that make sense at all?
Yeah, okay. It does.
So yeah, just be mindful. Don't be bald-headed hoes out here in 2020. And don't be, when you get into these relationships and you see submissive relationships, the other thing that we want to talk about is users in relationships.
Right.
So do you ever watch Married to Medicine?
Yeah.
And they have Toya and Eugene. Mm-hmm. He's the ER surgeon.
Yeah.
She's a stay-at-home mom. A lot of times people look at situations like that as if she's a user. Well, I can't say people. One person in particular, Heavenly, one of the other doctors on the show, she looks at their relationship in that manner. And I think that's a negative way to look at people. And I think she looks at it like that because she's a working woman. Mm-hmm. Not all the time. You don't know what people normal are in their lives. So you can't judge people based on what the outward appearance of things are when you're not in their house. And I think that's what Heavenly did in one episode when they, like a couple seasons ago, whatever, when they went on their couples trip. She tried to make it like Toya's only with him because he's providing and stuff like that. Kind of like a sugar daddy type sense, right? Whatever the case is. But I really believe that girl loved that man.
And he loved her, so
yes,
why
and she's so fucking, like, I love her personality. Is really a genuine person. Like, her personality is very genuine, which I love. When you think about users in a relationship, I more so think about people who, not always saying they don't have their own shit, people who have their priorities fucked up.
Right.
Is what I think turns into a user type relationship. You mess around and you start talking to somebody and y'all dating and they courting you or whatever the case is, and somehow you end up at their house or whatever. And they got a whole fucking air mattress, like they only spending one night there. Listen, that's the motherfucker who's gonna end up using you. Because you gotta realize, they got their priorities fucked up. You out here courting me? No, you need to be out here working so you can furnish this fucking house. Not trying to follow up behind me. Get your life in order first.
Or like niggas got it blew up and got Jordans lined up on the edge of the blow up.
Oh God, no. She said got Jordans lined up on the edge of the blow up.
Hey, one pair of those Jordans could have bought you a bed.
Definitely could have bought you a bed. The headboard, and then you could have worked on the mattress and everything. Man, I saw a fucking picture on Facebook. This girl had a damn blow up mattress on top of a box spring. Tasha, when I tell you I cried. Funniest shit I had seen all day. Like, there's no reason for that. So you have to have your priorities in order. Oh my God, I cannot stress it enough. Like, some people do not have their priorities in order, and you out here trying to get cat or you trying to get meat, and at the end of the day, you need to be trying to get curtains for your window. Like, when you know somebody's going to be a user, because if they don't have their self set up in a proper manner, then they don't need to be pursuing people. You
should be focusing on getting shit together.
Facts. And I mean, if you're a user too, then you and your using ass partner can stay together. That's fine. Maybe y'all can use each other up or figure that shit out, however that works. But if you are someone who strives for more and you go to somebody's house and you see some shit like that, man, stop giving people passes. You understand? There are too many options out here in the world. There's Dollar Tree. Mm-hmm. There's Family Dollar. There's no reason for you to not have curtains. There is different places that you can buy. You can go online and buy a whole bedroom in a box.
Yes.
But you trying to tell me you got Jordans and no bed? No, I refuse to sleep with you on this mattress.
You got G's and a blow up.
I refuse to sleep with you on this blow up mattress. You got your priorities fucked up. You understand?
So you want me to do what now? Lay down? No, that should sound wild. Because the first I'm going home to my house. I have a bed there.
Facts. The first thing I'm gonna ask you: you only spending the night? Why you look like a guest in your own room? I'm confused.
No. I live here. You know.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
No way you live here.
Why would you bring me here with this mattress? that make me feel like you don't even fucking respect me.
No, there's no way they could respect you.
You don't respect me if you bringing me here with this air mattress. You don't respect me and you have no respect for yourself. Or maybe you think I was gonna come in here and be like, you know what? I'll buy you a bed, babe. No, I won't.
No, that shit sound crazy.
That shit sound wild.
Listen, man, you can go to Amazon or whatever, right? You can get a fucking bed frame. That shit like $29.99 or whatever to get the bed frame. And then the box spring, you can probably find a box spring. You know, probably about what? About 100?
Yeah. Man, you can go on Walmart.com and you don't have to buy like the thing box spring. They have the ones that's collapsible. It's like a metal frame that has like fabric and stuff around it.
Oh.
And it's very sturdy. Like I think that shit is like $100 and something. All
right. And then, you know,
it might even be less than that depending on the size of the bed.
And depending on how shit going, you know, if you don't have it all at one time, you could definitely go to Rent-A-Center. And if you're smart and you do their 60-day or 6 month same as cash, pay that shit off real quick.
Bam, you advertising for Rent-A-Center. I hate her.
I'm just saying, if you gonna make that shit, make that shit, man. You get what I'm saying?
Facts. And I'm not saying that people can't be in the struggle. I understand that. All I'm saying is, don't be a using ass like you have to learn to set your priorities in order. Like, don't be out here like you out here all mixing, doing the most, and you don't have your household together. No.
I think, you know, when you're in the struggle, I think those are times where you need to bunker down. Mm-hmm. Focus on what you need to focus on.
Facts.
And get up out the struggle.
Get in there and get what you need to get so you can get up out of there.
Right. Like
don't be festering in the struggle.
Chasing pussy shouldn't be
That's not a priority. And guys, listen. Y'all gonna always be out there chasing it, so just get your shit in order first.
Right.
You'll probably get better pussy if you got your life together.
Right.
We got as females, we gotta start setting standards for these guys. And let me tell you something else. You fuck around and end up in a relationship with somebody who you think is on the right path or whatever. That's just the first little step of finding out a user. Somebody who got their priorities fucked up. The next step, you talking to somebody and they look like they got their shit together, and then y'all like, okay, well, we need to move in together for a little while. Soon as y'all move in, 2-3 weeks later, they without a job. Well then.
But I think, you know, if you lose your job, of course, you know, it takes a second, you know, to bounce back. Might be a big hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Things of that, especially if, like, it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, you thought you were doing a great job and they decided to downsize, some shit like that.
That's different. That's different.
But, you know, I think that's when you can really tell a person's character. Is a person who like get knocked down like that. Mm-hmm. They may sit down for a second or two, but get back up and keep pushing.
Yeah,
and driving. Mm-hmm. That's the difference between like a user and someone who's not. A user will be like, oh well, I guess not working no more.
Let me sit here and play video games.
Like play Fortnite.
I'll sit here and watch Ratchet TV all day. Some shit like that. You know, like things like that. You gotta pay attention to, man, because what people don't have time for is the people who fall in your lives. And you think everything is good, and then now y'all done moved in, and these bills piling up, and this motherfucker looking at you like, well, why you ain't pay the light bill? Nigga, we was supposed to pay the light bill. Fuck you talking about me?
Why didn't you pay, nigga? Like, what the fuck?
No, we were supposed to pay the light bill. I really wish I had a guy's opinion on this too, because sometimes, like, I have a friend, he has a pretty decent job, and he started like courting this girl. As soon as he told her where he worked and stuff like that, like the next couple of days, quit her job.
Why would she do that? That should sound crazy as hell.
Because she knew where he worked.
So?
And he had already taken her out a couple times. And like, you know, just kind of splurged a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I guess she thought she was all the way in the door already.
No, there's no way she could have thought that shit.
Yes, quit her whole job.
That's a crazy bitch right there. Hey man, he needs to get the fuck away as soon as possible.
Oh, he has.
Okay, good.
He already has. He said, I'm not exactly sure why she would have quit her job. That just seemed like it was a setup to me. So he's definitely removed himself from the situation.
That shit sound crazy to him.
That is crazy.
You did what? Man, listen, as soon as the bitch was to tell me I quit my job, I'm sorry to hear that. Block.
You said block? Oh my
There's
goodness.
no need for us to continue the whole conversation.
No, none whatsoever. Ain't no reason.
And unless you like, hey babe, I quit my job. I'm looking for something different because they treat me all kind of way on this job.
Right?
Okay. But if you just miscellaneously quit your goddamn job.
I said miscellaneously quit your job.
And you didn't have no fucking plan? No.
I think as an adult, you can't just quit your job and not already have your if you quit your job, you have to already took in the drug test for the next job.
Right.
And have a start date.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And then I personally feel like the day you quit is the day you need to be going into your new job.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yes.
Okay, Bam, you start Monday. I would quit the old job Thursday afternoon after lunch.
Mm-mm.
So I got the rest of Thursday and Friday and the weekend to prepare myself for a new job.
Gosh, when I packed my things up that day and took them, definitely went to my new job the next day. I most certainly went to my new job.
I feel like that was already in the works anyway.
It was. She said, I don't think she's coming back. No, she's not.
I know you said, I don't think I'm coming back.
This is too much.
That was the next morning. Patricia was like, "Where's Crystal?" I was like, "I don't know." She
took her stapler.
Took her stapler. I don't think it's looking good. It's not looking good for us right now. Took the stapler and the tape dispenser.
I don't have time for none of that. Man, listen.
I'm gonna forget my desk.
I'm telling you, when I can act like I'm gonna give you that 2 weeks notice, I'm gonna take this 2 weeks notice. I'm gonna use my my vacation time. That's real life. No, that's it. I ain't coming back. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my vacation time and then just not gonna show back up.
I have secured a whole new job if I'm about to quit my job. My job is locked and loaded. Drug test is taken, and the next morning when I'm supposed to be pulling up, I'm pulling up in my other job. I'm not telling you motherfucking shit. Because if anything falls through at this other job when I get there, I'm coming back to the old job. You feel what I'm saying? If I get in there and I don't like these motherfuckers.
Pull up at 8 o'clock, you're like, this might be trash.
Yeah.
Before I got a little late.
Exactly. I think that's the only adult thing to do.
I agree.
Anything else is uncivilized. I'm trying to tell you that's the only thing to do, man. You can't be out here without a job and a whole relationship and then looking for somebody to take care of you, unless that is something that you have agreed upon in a relationship. Like, I understand people lose their jobs, right? But when you have a person that has lost their job and y'all in a relationship, and now that person's sitting there looking at you looking at them, and you're not telling me nothing, that makes me feel like, especially if you don't have drive and you're not doing anything, that makes me feel like you don't really care if you find another job. Like when we having conversations, hey, pop that in. I'm not gonna ask you about it because I don't want to be rude. Mm-hmm. But I think you should pop that in the conversation. And after about 2 weeks, if you ain't pop that in the conversation, then I'm gonna start asking, hey, so what you doing? What's going on? I haven't heard you say anything about work or what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just trying to figure out
exactly.
the situation at hand. Because if you're not going to nobody's job no more, as soon as you pack up your things.
Facts. And this leads into the next thing as far as heartbreak. Do you know one of the leading causes for divorce and breakups is financial issues?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So my thing is, with heartbreak and breaking up with your ex, depending on what the reason for the breakup was, do you double back just so you don't add to your body count?
Yeah, I'm a double backer.
You said I'm a double backer.
This only out of my the only person I would never double back is the ex I spent the longest amount of time with, because there's an emotional connection there that if intimacy were to be put into it, that emotional connection would come back, and that's not a door that I'm willing to open. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, there's no emotional connection.
Say you were just that. Knock off one time.
Yeah. Okay. What you doing?
I think it's a good practice, but you have to be very, very careful with it. Right. Because if that, this is what somebody told me one time. In a relationship, there's always one person that loves the next person more. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't ever think it's 100% equal. With the love. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's in that relationship, like, I love him, mm-hmm. or I love her, like, oh my god, I don't care what happens in this world, I love her and I'm gonna be with her, or I love him and I'm gonna be with him. So in situations like that, you have to realize what person you are in that relationship, because doubling back, maybe it might be bad regardless, because if you're the person that's in love, Then you double back and, you know, you sleep with them. Now you think y'all go together again when y'all don't.
Right.
Or vice versa. You sleep with them and they think y'all go together again. Like, that's a problem.
But I think communication is key. There should be a conversation had before y'all open that door.
Yeah, hey, definitely.
Listen,
definitely.
I want you to know that I enjoy having sex with you.
Just want to put that out there first.
I'm single. You're single. It makes sense for us to have sex with one another.
We know it's safe.
But we know it's safe. I do not want to be in a relationship with you whatsoever. Right. If that's something you can handle, it's something I can handle, we can move forward.
We can move forward with this. This might work. And in the heat of the moment, please don't think for 1 second anything that I say is directed towards you, because it is absolutely not directed towards you. It is absolutely directed towards your sexual parts. If I said, "Oh God, I love you," I'm not talking to you, talking to him. That is point blank. Period. It's a good practice if you have two adults that are mature enough to handle a situation like that, so it doesn't get messy.
I think as long as the two people are adults and are mature and are open and honest with one another, everything will be fine. The problem comes in because motherfuckers be out here lying and shit like that too. Yeah, it's like, be open and honest and have.
You gotta get in and get out too.
Yeah, no, ain't no spending night.
You can't lay down afterwards.
Fuck around, wake up, and you in a whole goddamn relationship.
No. That man, listen. No, ma'am. Let me put my pants on. I got to go. That's dangerous right there. You ain't got time for another day. Then you think, now motherfucker calling you and texting you, why are you, we not in a relationship.
I feel like we should speak again until
we got another appointment. Yeah. Especially with an ex. Now, if you got a friend, you know, that handles those needs, that's different. Right. But if you got an ex, no, it needs to be clear and concise understanding. This is what it is. This is when it happens. As soon as it's over, up and out. You know.
And in some situations, you need to write yourself a note. You know, this is what I try to do for me, right? I try to write myself a note just in case I forget. Hey, this is why you guys aren't together. Yes. Regardless of how they may behave.
But that might fuck around and cause you not want to sleep with them too. Like my I don't know. Like my children's father, I know I would never sleep with him again. Like I would never double back to that. My most recent ex, I probably wouldn't double back because it would too much. It would get messy, clingy, and I don't want none of that.
Clingy on.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it gets like that, you know. So I definitely wouldn't do that, you know. But I don't have that many exes, so me
either. So
gotta knock that out the box. 1, 2, boom. Yeah, my first ex, you know, he passed away, so that he don't count. I can't do nothing there. So, but yeah, you got to be careful, man. Can't be out here doubling back on every ex.
Right. Not you got to be like there has to be standards in line with them.
Yeah.
Because you might have an ex who had like some bomb ass dick, but you know that nigga's a whole trash ass nigga. Like, it's not somebody you need involved with yourself.
Yeah.
With everything.
Especially if you got an ex that cheated. Like, I don't think you would want to double back with a cheating ex.
No.
That is too risky.
Yeah.
Because they are not safe. They are clearly not safe. There's no way that ex is safe.
They make bad choices.
Yeah. So I wouldn't, not at all. That's going to be problematic. So the topics of today, we covered sugar daddies, monogamy, being submissive, doubling back with your ex after heartbreak, users in a relationship, and cheating. Tasha, any closing words?
Yes, I do. Closing thoughts are as follows. Mattress cover, fitted sheet, flat sheet, comforter.
In that order.
Pillowcase, then pillow sham. I'm done.
We're handing out gems in this Spotify. That's for all the dirty hoes. Put the band together.
I'm going to say it one more time. Mattress cover, fitted sheet, flat sheet, comforter.
In that order.
Pillowcase, then pillow sham.
Period. Oh, God. Y'all, that is all the time we have today. I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for joining us again. We appreciate it as always. Please be sure to
like and follow our Facebook page at IQ Queens, and that's IQQUEENS. Follow us on Twitter at IQ Queens, the number 1. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at IQ Queens, and you can email us anytime at IQQueens1@gmail.com.
Thank you guys. Again, we appreciate you as always. See you next time. Bye.